You were told something your entire life. Go to school, get good grades, land a stable job, work hard for 40 years, and then you get to live your life. That was the deal, right? Here's the problem. Nobody told you the deal was a lie, because your 9 to 5 isn't just draining your energy. It's not just making you tired on Sunday nights. It's actually quietly, slowly killing you. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share changed how I see everything. Problem setup. Let's talk about what's actually happening. The average person spends roughly 90,000 hours at work over their lifetime. That's not a typo. 90,000 hours. Doing something someone else told them to do, for a salary someone else decided they deserve. Let that sink in. And what do you get in return? A bi-weekly paycheck. 2 weeks of vacation a year, if you're lucky. A pension that might exist by the time you retire. And the golden promise that someday, when you're 65 and your knees hurt and your best years are gone, you'll finally be free. This makes no sense. Studies show that chronic work stress, the kind that comes from sitting in an office under fluorescent lights, answering to a boss you didn't choose, hitting deadlines that don't matter to you, that kind of stress is directly linked to heart disease, anxiety, depression, and a shorter lifespan. Here's the reality. A study from University College London found that people who work more than 55 hours a week have a 33% higher risk of stroke. 33% from sitting at a desk. And it's not just your body, it's your mind. The American Institute of Stress says that 83% of U.S. workers suffer from work-related stress. 83%. That's not a broken system. That's a system working exactly as designed. And you're just not the one it was designed for. Think about that. You give them your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday, your Thursday, your best hours, your best energy, your best ideas. And Friday? Friday, you're just surviving until 5 o'clock. That's insane. Escalation. And here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. It's getting worse. Remote work was supposed to be freedom, but somehow people are now working more hours than ever. Always available, always online. The office followed you home and never left. Inflation is up. Rent is up. The cost of literally everything is up. But your salary? Your salary gets a 3% raise if you're lucky, which barely keeps up with inflation. So every year, in real terms, you're actually earning less. How is this even possible? You're working harder than the generation before you. You're more educated than the generation before you. You have more tools, more access, more information than ever in human history. And yet you feel more stuck, more exhausted, more trapped. You scroll through your phone at 11 p.m., wondering if this is just it. If this is just what adult life is supposed to feel like. Is it supposed to feel like this? You know that Sunday dread? That anxiety that starts creeping in Sunday afternoon, before the week has even started. That's your body sending you a message. That's not normal. We've just normalized it. That's crazy. Turning point. But here's the real question nobody is asking. Why are we still playing by rules that were written 100 years ago? The 9 to 5 workday was invented during the Industrial Revolution for factory workers, assembly lines, physical labor. It made sense then. You needed people in the same place at the same time to build things. But you're not building cars. You're building spreadsheets. You're building ideas. You're building relationships and strategies and content and code. Things that don't care what time of day it is or what chair you're sitting in. So why are you still living by the factory bell? Because nobody stopped to ask if the system still makes sense. And the people who benefit from you not asking that question, they're not going to ask it for you. So let's actually talk about it. Solution/new path. I'm not here to tell you to quit your job tomorrow. That's not the point. The point is to start thinking differently. Because the escape isn't one dramatic leap, it's a series of small, intentional moves. First, stop trading time for money as your only income stream. Every hour you work, you get paid once. That's it. It's gone. But every piece of content you create, every digital product you build, every skill you monetize independently, that can pay you while you sleep. Start building something on the side. Not because it'll replace your income tomorrow, but because it plants a seed that compound interest can't grow in a salary. Second, learn the difference between a job and leverage. A job gives you stability. Leverage gives you freedom. Leverage is a skill that's rare enough that people pay for it. It's an audience that trusts you. It's a system that works without you having to show up every hour. Start building leverage, even slowly.